So imagine you get injured and you cannot do what you love the most, running and jumping rope. What do you do then? You find a way. This is my way. Yeah. So we're walking. We're gonna limit ourselves to walk, which is something that I can do pain-free. A lot of you guys already know that I got injured, so I have tendonitis on my right hamstring, which is something to be thinking about, because that happened because I didn't let my body rest. A disclaimer, if somebody appears on my camera, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to record you, I'm just trying to document my thoughts while I walk, and I'm not looking to expose anybody here. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk. Maybe, like, if I can walk at least 3K or 4K, I don't know, that would be great. If I can't, then there's no problem. I only have like 1 hour limit of recording time, so yeah, whatever happens first. I think this is also a good opportunity to reflect. And geez, I haven't done what my body was telling me to do. I went way beyond what it could, and that cannot happen. This is my greatest place to be in. This is my temple. I cannot mistreat it. So we come back by doing normal stuff, by letting my body rest, and yeah. You just need to adapt, man. Life is about adapting, and this is one of those times that I just want to adapt. It's not the same, but it's still moving my body, which is better than not doing anything at all. So for those ones that are currently injured, that can't run due to similar situations as mine, I just want you to know that it's normal, man. It's part of the process. And it's a good opportunity to reflect on life and realize that everything has a reason to be, and it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. So of course I got sad because I can't run or jump rope for the time being, but I understand this is part of a bigger process. So I'm just accepting this fact and doing what I can. Looks like today there's no ciclovia, as it's election day here in my city. So we're just gonna walk on the sidewalk, no problem. Well, I don't know, this is beautiful. I can still move. I can still move my body somehow, and that's something to be grateful for. Buses coming in. It's kind of raining a little bit. If it gets way rougher than normal, then we're gonna have to stop and just do something else, or just seek shelter. And I want to take this opportunity just to reflect on life and just say that I'm grateful, bruh, because my problems, man, are nothing in comparison to those ones, to other ones. So I'm a lucky individual. More than lucky, I will say I'm a blessed individual. So I take this blessing with gratitude, and I'm gonna work with what I got. Today would have been tougher to run anyway, because as I told you, there's no ciclovia. So everything is a blessing. If I couldn't run today, it's for a reason, so just enjoy the scenery. I'm trying to look for places where I can just record freely, because it's better just to avoid recording people on the spot. There's not a lot of people that want to be recorded, and I respect that. So I better just try. I'm gonna try to avoid as much as I can. All right. So the first thing that we have to understand is that every single thing happens for a reason. We have to move forward regardless of how life hits us. So from this moment onwards, we are not pushing our bodies beyond what they can handle. We're gonna listen to them. We're gonna rest accordingly. Oh yeah, though. Well, now they have a lot of time to ramble about. I want to talk about the movie The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan, my favorite director. I'm not a big movie fan myself. I'm more into books, literature, but I can appreciate a good movie when they come. And that movie was pretty life-changing, I would say. So there's people that haven't watched that movie. I recommend completely to watch it. It's a movie that talks about redemption, about deep desires, about turning a man into a hero, turning a man into the greatest version, about fighting against your own desires and against comfort, which is the biggest jail that you can find yourself in. So I really recommend it. I don't want to tell spoilers, but it's a good one. We're almost 1K in, I think. Well, as I told you, I have like 1 hour of recording time, so if I could do 5K that time, I don't think. Running by walking is a completely different animal. So for example, right now I'm walking at a 13 minutes per kilometer pace, so that will mean that 26, well, maybe just barely will be able to complete the 5K mark. But today we're not doing that about. Today is not about kilometers. It's not about distance. It's just about moving your body while taking advantage of the fact that we are alive and we can move. We are not completely injured, so in the greatest scheme of things, we're just blessed. So when I walk and walk. Just afraid. Sometimes we are afraid of just times where we are just with ourselves. Just with a lot of people, including myself in the past. Our mind was a place to be anxious about. It was a place where you couldn't be at peace with yourself, and unfortunately, that shouldn't happen. Your mind should be your greatest place to be in, your happiest, the place you feel the most comfortable in. And I think in a way, those ones that have achieved big things in life, a lot of them have created minds, have made their minds halfway out of their minds, a good place to be in. How are you planning to move forward if your biggest enemy is yourself, man? You should be your own biggest ally. So I recommend you guys that are probably watching this or not, who cares? Your biggest enemy is not that person that is right next to you. It's not the person that you want to beat. And it's not yourself either. I think that your greatest enemy is thinking that you are your greatest enemy. So that was the mistake. You think that you have to delete that bad version of yourself that does this, this, and that. But in reality, you just have to understand as to why that version of yourself acts that way. Understand it, and instead just try to kill it because it will never go away. Make amends with it. Well, with him. You're playing the same battlefield. You're the same people. Join forces. And that way life is gonna become far easier. I promise you that. It took me a while to understand that fact, but now that I'm doing it, it's making life way easier. And it's making my mind a way better place to be in. And that's why I'm grateful for the things that I have found in these recent times. Man, life is beautiful. Life is amazing. Everything that happens is amazing. And it's just about perspective, man. Perspective makes the impossible possible. This city, Tunja, is the place where I was born. It's kind of a small city, located, I think, in the center of this country, which is Colombia. It's a pretty peaceful city. It's actually, I think, the safest city right now in Colombia. So, these kind of things that I'm doing right now, recording myself with a camera on the street, is something kind of safe in comparison to other cities. Look, 1K, great. So, that's why I'm able to do this. So I'm grateful because I was born in a kind of peaceful place. Now, the thing is, boats were not built to stay on the port, to stay idle. Boats are constructed to be at open sea. Big waves coming in. So the fact is that we're gonna eventually have to change this. And we're gonna go for a different place. A place where we can grow even farther. I have to stop a little bit because whenever I change the music, it just stops. Okay. Alright. So we have to be careful with this app because it can get desynchronized if I just move out of the app. Tempo of 14. I could walk a little bit faster, but I have no rush. So instead we just walk normally. (10:26), kind of late right now. Earlier sun was a little bit stronger, so right now this weather is perfect for those guys that are running because it doesn't get as hot and you're able to be fresh. I think cold is one of the greatest conditions to be running in because at the beginning it's gonna suck, but then you're gonna get used to this coldness. So once you get used to it, then you're fine. You're gonna get fresh. You're gonna get refreshed with the winds coming in and all of that stuff. When there's a lot of sun, you get overwhelmed. And I'm actually glad there's no sun right now because I didn't use any sunscreen. That would be bad for myself. It would have been bad because, yeah, I haven't used that in a long time, and I've been pretty irresponsible about it, and that can have some consequences, you know. So as I told you, your body is your biggest temple, and if you don't protect it enough, then you have nothing. Because at the end of the day, what we got is health, and that's the only thing that those people with all the money in the world can't buy. Health. One of the greatest assets. There's a part in the movie, in the Odyssey. There's gonna be a spoiler, so sorry about it. If you don't want to hear it, just skip this part. But there's a part in the movie where Odysseus knows that he's gonna have to be crossing right next to a crowd of sirens, and those sirens are gonna with their singing, they're gonna entice you to go in with them, because they tell you what you wanna hear, those depressed desires you have within. But then once you start getting close into them, once you realize that it's too late to obey them, you realize that what you desire the most is something that you already had before. You already had it. What you desire is what you can't have. And what you can't have is what you already had before. But it was too late. That really shocked me. It really did. And in the context of the movie, that told Odysseus that he didn't want to go back to Ithaca. Truthfully, didn't want to go there, so he realized some truths. Yeah, this movie is pretty symbolical. Well, the book itself is. I think Christopher Nolan did a brilliant job. And I think, in a good way, he was faithful to the book. Again, it's been a while since I read that book, but what I remember was pretty accurate to the book, the movie itself. So yeah, if you're a man, if you're a woman, whatever, I think that book or that movie is something that's gonna change your life. If you watch it with attention, if you read it with intention, you're gonna see something different. You're gonna realize some bad truths. You're gonna have to have big talks, tough talks with yourself. Okay, so it started raining. This is where we take the decision. Do we seek shelter or do we keep going? I'm gonna see how this works. I'm gonna walk till a mall which is called Viva. Once I get there, I'm gonna assess the situation. If it's still raining, I'm gonna stop for the time being. I'm gonna wait for the rain to go away. Then we go back. This is actually perfect timing because I just ate breakfast, so I'm just kind of making digestion as I walk. So that's a great thing. There's a lot of people on the streets right now, even though there's no ciclovia, so that's great. I will change about those kind of people is that, yeah, Sunday is great to go do exercise, but do not make this day the only day in the week. You can take a little 30 minutes, 20 minutes, just to move your body a little bit. You're gonna thank yourself, your body's gonna thank you for it, and trust me, 30 minutes in a lot of situations is all you need to get back in shape. Now we're talking about getting mass and all of that stuff. You better start going to the gym or start doing some kind of resistance training. Well, yeah, weight training. can be also calisthenics. You're gonna have to be bound to a gym or something like that. But if that's what your objective is, then that I encourage. Muscle is not gonna grow by itself. You're gonna put some resistance. You're gonna have to add some resistance to it. Alright, how much are we currently in? Okay, 20 minutes in, almost 2K. Yeah, maybe we can make it just in time if I up a little bit the speed. But that's not my purpose right now. It's not my target. It's actually pretty inspiring to see a lot of people running. Something that really caught my attention back then when I was in France, that everybody just runs there. Yes, they may not have the people that I saw, they didn't have the most muscular physiques or anything related to it, but you could see they were fit. They were running for a lot of kilometers through around parks, streets. I think that's something that Europeans understand. A healthy body is a healthy mind. A healthy mind is a healthy body. That's why I just can't accept to stay idle, because idleness kills people. Movement keeps you alive. We pretty much were like sharks. The moment we start moving is the moment we are fucked. Oh. Yeah, this is great. This feels great. You see, every single time I get out of the app, this thing stops. Getrennt. Okay. Connected again. Okay, so I have addressed this question in the past, but for those ones that are watching this video and are just thinking, why is this guy talking in English if he is in Tunja, York? And the answer for that question is simple. I do it because it's a good way to practice the language. I do it because I love this language and I love the way I communicate in this language. And it's a good way, if there's a way, that eventually I can find a broader audience that not only speaks Spanish but also English. So it's a big win for myself, because I don't want to be bound to just one community. I want to be bound to different ones. Okay, so I also have my left elbow injured, and the same stuff. Overloading, overtraining. So I pretty much just didn't allow my body to rest properly, and this is the end result of it. So yeah, everything is a lesson. There's a gray cloud above us, so it doesn't seem that it's gonna get better, and we're gonna still walk. Then you will see it starts raining like crazy. As I told you, I seek shelter, I stop for a little bit, and then we continue. I might keep doing this on the days that I was supposed to run. So we lose this streak that we had with running, because since I started running back after my previous injury, I was following the plan to the teeth. Not even the days where I just didn't feel it, not even the days where I just got drunk and with 2 hours of sleep I still went to run. But we're gonna keep alive this streak of moving ourselves, of moving, which is what truthfully matters. Here we go, 2K. Pretty slow speed. We are not rushing stuff. We are just walking. It's a good way to test my equilibrium. So I do it. Because there's also another issue I have to address, and that's my ankle. It's got some issues due to a previous injury I had like 3 years ago. And because I haven't addressed it, it's still bothering me with some stuff. Alrighty. What I teach you with all of this stuff is that you just find a way, man. Because something happened to you doesn't mean that this is the end. Alright, so maybe when I walk through that place, I'm gonna have to mute this recording because there's gonna be some copyrighted sounds that I'm not going to put in the video. So if that part is silenced, it's because of that. Oh yeah, start raining, but my brother. How are you, bro?
Where are you going?
Just walking, bro. Actually, I'm recording right now. Did you see? You can see whatever you want. I'm speaking English, so it's very perfect for you to take advantage of this fact. Bro, it's raining like crazy, man. You know what? Let's go. Are you going to the gym?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there.
I was planning just to walk, but this rain is fucking me up. So
I just feel like training back. I'm gonna do some all-out sets.
all outs,
Yeah.
body weight, with body weight or just
I'm gonna do
Cracking up.
pull downs
pull downs. Now, how the heck?
with 100.
I think this with head weight this way is better.
With 113 kilos. Even I want to try with 120 kilos.
120. 120 in what?
Pull downs.
Oh, pull downs. That's still pretty a lot of weight. I'm just walking, just having some fun. I got injured because of running, so I had to stop running for a little bit. I had some tendonitis on my right hamstring,
Oh, what a bummer.
so yeah, I'll just have to wait a little bit. Be smart, not be an idiot, and listen to my body, which is something that sometimes I just forget. And this time, I always told you I'm a warrior, but a warrior is also a person that is wise. It's not just doing stupid stuff to break his own body just for the sake of it. So that's what I'm doing. Just walking. That's much better than just staying idle. So
So
Yeah.
I suppose that you are recording in English because you want to get out of your comfort zone.
oh yeah, that's a good thing. Actually, a lot of people have asked me why the fuck I'm talking in English, and the response is simple. I just want to practice this language. I like the way I express myself in this language, and it's a good opportunity to appeal to more English-speaking audiences. So it's a win-win for me. I just hope they don't bother me because I'm recording here inside this place. Because supposedly you have some issues if you record inside this kind of place. So yeah, I might have to just.
I can recall the time where you told me something like you wanted to become a motivational coach.
Yeah, something around the lines. Yeah.
I suppose that the foreseeable future, if you continue working this way, you will definitely
Oh,
make
bro.
it for sure.
Amen to that, bro. Yeah, that's the big objective, and it's a good way to also be more comfortable in camera. Well, of course, I'm not showing myself right now, but just to talk freely. And it's been like one exercise because sometimes it gets weird when you're talking in English and people just see you in the street just rambling with yourself, you know, that this guy's crazy or something like that. But
I'm talking to himself. Yeah.
yeah, but pretty much I am. So who gives a fuck? Yeah.
For that reason, I like using my earphones because otherwise, if I am talking to the cell phone, people are gonna think that I'm crazy.
Well, they can think whatever the fuck they want.
So I just want them to think that maybe I'm talking to another person.
I just don't care. I just speak freely. Yeah. It wouldn't be a lie either. I also talk with myself, so it's a good exercise, bruh. And everything I'm saying, I'm just uploading directly to YouTube and also to Instagram. However, to YouTube, what I do is I upload the entire footage raw. I don't do any edits. I don't do any cuts. I just upload everything. Because it's a good way to, in perspective in the future, to see how my body used to feel, what I used to think about. It's a good exercise. And to Instagram, I have to do a lot of editing because, you know, in Instagram people are just scrolling like crazy. They are just crazy. They have like the attention span of a 2-year-old. Like pretty bad attention span. So what I prefer instead is just to chop that down. So for example, this video is gonna take like 1 hour. In Instagram, it's gonna take like I don't know, like 1 minute max. So,
Okay.
oh yeah.
The way I see it is that when you are speaking without editing, you're speaking off the cuff, you're speaking experientially.
Yeah.
It's gonna help you improve your speaking skills.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm doing it.
Through the roof.
Yeah. I want to do the exact same exercise, but with German. It's gonna be, of course, more of a challenge because in German, I can speak properly, I can have a good conversation and all of that stuff, but not as good as I can in English. So, but it's a good exercise as well, and yeah, I might do that in the future.
I remember the other day when you told me that if I wanted to improve my English speaking skills, it was essential for me to read
Oh yeah.
as much as I could.
Bro.
For that reason,
Yeah.
I decided to read, for example, Two Rules of Success from Jordan Peterson.
All right. That's great. Yeah.
I'm working on only the first rule, but you know that when it comes to reading Jordan Peterson, you need to have a good command of the language.
Of
you
course,
need to look
yeah.
up many words in the dictionary, but which is
Well,
great.
that's what you were looking for.
It's gonna help
Yeah,
you.
your vocabulary is gonna be
Yeah,
100% much better.
it's gonna improve tenfold.
The tempo as well.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, bro. So I just accompanied you a little bit because I just wanted to seek shelter from this shit. But yeah, I see you later, bro. Because I can record here. Have some fun, bro. I hope you crush this workout, bro.
Have a good one.
See ya. That was interesting. So yeah, we better get out of here ASAP because I might get in trouble if I keep recording like that. Yeah. Let's hope that in the time being that we were recording at here, that the weather got better. Because I'm gonna get wet. The rain that we had at first was light, but then it got worse. This is the movie I was talking about, The Odyssey. Yeah. Epic. Epic poster as well. Alright, 3K. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna try to blur every single people's faces as much as I can to avoid any trouble. Because here, this is not a public place, so, well, it kind of is, and at the same time it's not, so I better be careful with that. So, we're gonna record our phones and that's it. Right now we are currently 3 kilometers in 38 minutes. If I start walking a little bit more, I think I'm gonna improve kilometers that I was planning to walk in today. So let's get out of here ASAP. Okay, I think the weather got better. That's what I would like to imagine. If it's not, then we have some issues. I think it's. I'm gonna head a different way. Yeah. Just get out of here. Yeah, good lucky. It stopped raining just as I was coming out. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach that part. But, yeah. That was that wasn't my plan. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a blur filter in that part and that's it. It was like only like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that. Okay, it's still raining. Oh. There's a friend over here. Let me just greet her first. This part is gonna be in Spanish.
Hola, bebé.
Niña, ¿cómo
¿Y
vas?
tú qué? ¿Vas grabando? ¿Te vas
Sí,
mojando?
estoy caminando nomás. ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Vas a entrenar? Voy a trabajar.
No, voy a
¿Vas
trabajar.
a trabajar?
Muy retarde, sí.
Toca hacer algo chino. Hace rato no hablamos.
Camine, papá.
Pero yo entré allá y es que allá cuando grabo me putean porque no se puede grabar allá adentro.
¿Y luego estás grabando? ¿Estás grabando?
Estoy grabando.
Ay, ¿por qué no estás?
¿Usted qué está haciendo? Igual en esa parte no va a poner el video. Que no va a poner nada.
No vayas a...
Ay, Caterina Canzona. I'm gonna skip this part because I'm gonna talk with my friend. I'm gonna see you in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Alright, so I have like 14 minutes left to record. I just met some friends around the path, so it is what it is. I wasn't going to record none of that stuff. But still, I still have like 15 minutes left to record and I'm just going back. So I'm gonna go as far as I can and then we're done. It was a good exercise, though I think next time would be much better if I were to do this in a place more remote. A place where there's no people that can complain. Because I get it, not everybody else, but not everybody wants to get recorded, so in order for me to avoid those kind of issues, I think I'm gonna have to go like some trails, some paths that are not as crowded, and just record my stuff. Then when we are back to running, go back to the same stuff. So let me just put my headphones on. Let me just vibe a little bit and just enjoy the remaining of this trip. I didn't stop my watch, so it was still recording. So right now we're about 51 minutes in. I stopped a lot of times, talk with friends and stuff. So yeah, it was just a walking experience. And yeah, this shows the importance of the ciclovia here in my city because that allows you to have more freedom to exercise, to walk, to run. So yeah. I'm gonna put our headphones on and we're gonna go back. Well, according to this, 4K. You walk very slowly. I don't want to just risk it, go fast, even while walking, and have more issues with my right leg.
piloto automático o estás en el bien sea aquí o bien sea afuera. Así lo yo te gusta, mira. Lo dar una tambosilla.
Alrighty, that's it. It was a pretty particular experience, but I enjoy it as well. I may keep doing this, I may keep not. I will see. I see you in the next one.